So today, Brandon and I approached a girl. It was our first approach today, and she was very nice. She was very willing to talk to us, and so that was welcoming off the start. So we, started off with the survey questions that we were given, and we asked her, do you believe in a higher power or God? And she said no, off the bat. And we were like, okay, I just want to ask about your background. So she said, she was a Christian, but then the whole idea of God and heaven didn't make any sense, and she found Buddhism to kind of be her way of happiness. And so we got into a very long conversation. It was a 45-minute conversation, and if you want to say anything about it.
She told us that no matter what, even if we were able to prove that Christianity was more logical, because she was a philosophy, she likes philosophy, so we asked her if we proved it to you or made it seem logical, would you believe it? And she said no, because
she's happy with how she thinks right now and how what her worldview is. And I wish I kind of caught it sooner. We did give her the kalam, the cosmological argument, showing that a higher power or supernatural exists outside of the universe. But I mean, to her own happiness, she was okay with where she was. But her own, the way she works in religion self-refutes itself, because in Buddhism you are trying to eradicate all your desires, because that will make you a more happy person. But even wanting to eradicate all your desires is a desire, and so it doesn't make any sense. So I mean, I wish I told her that sooner, but hopefully she has a stoner shoe, and I hope that hopefully we did something to her.
So apparently everybody thinks that I have a New York accent, but I just don't see it. I feel like all of you guys, besides Pastor Mike, would have a New York accent.
Wait, Liz,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to see an accent. You have to be able to hear it. Sorry.
Nah, you gotta delete that whole scene.
Absolutely.
And he is the founder and leader of Maven. And we've had all these atheists come, so where do you get all these atheists?
Well, I've been doing this trip for almost 15 years now. And when I first started the trip, I just got online and I Googled atheists, San Francisco, atheists, Berkeley, atheist organizations, and I would find these different organizations. And I emailed these atheists and I said, hey, we have Christian students that we want to bring up on this trip. We want you to challenge their faith because we want them to think carefully about what they believe and why they believe it. So I said, would you be willing to do that? And sure enough, one of the first atheists that I emailed was a guy named David Fitzgerald, and he said, I'd love to come talk to your group. And he wants to come convert them, and what he doesn't realize is it actually is a way to strengthen their faith, because he challenges them, and then we help them see, we help students see how to answer those challenges, how our faith stands up to the challenges of the atheist, and it actually helps strengthen the faith of students. So David Fitzgerald was the main atheist that we got connected with almost 15 years ago, and then he helped me connect to other atheists, and in that time I've built a friendship with them, and they trust me and they love our program, and so they're more than happy to come out and come do this for us.
This guy was sitting next to me, and I slept through half the plane ride. But then when I woke up, he was off his computer, and he asked me what I was doing in California, and I told him I was on a missions trip, and that sort of started a conversation about his beliefs and my beliefs, and he said he was Catholic, but as we went into the conversation, he didn't believe that there was a God that set your morals. He just believes it was subjective. And I asked him where we got the morals that he believed in, because he believed in Catholic morals, but he just avoided the question. But it turned out to be like an hour and a half conversation. The first 45 minutes I talked about what we did in Berkeley, and the last 45 minutes
Use the second from the right lane to take exit 52,
we talked about
then keep
what he
left at
believed
the
and why he
fort.
believed it. But it was really cool because if he hadn't started that conversation, I probably wouldn't have said a word to him. And before we got into the airport, I asked if God would give me a conversation, just even if it was small, before we got home, just for like one more practice. And he did, and I didn't even have to do anything, so that was pretty cool. One of his main doubts was that he didn't believe that
Continue
having
for 20
a
miles.
God was really logical. He just grew up believing it. And he said if I could prove or make it seem logical that a God exists, he would think about it and maybe ultimately believe it. So I gave him the cosmological argument, and he said that that it really made him think, and that he was gonna think about it. So yeah.